Yesterday was a great day for us in athletics. Today, not so much in the semi-finals. The finals too was held and Noah Lyles walked the talk after his big introduction and appearance on the field in the final of the men's 100 meter. He went on to win it, becoming the first United States citizen to win it for in the 100-meter race for the first time since 2004. We'll look at that. We'll look at Benjamin Azamati and Saminu Abdul Rashid, who unfortunately fell short in the semi-final. Today's athletics and Olympic Games roundup. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. We'll get right into it. And the Olympic Games athletics semi-final 100-meter race was run today. Two Ghanians were in action, Benjamin Azamati and Abdul Rashid Saminu. Unfortunately, things did not go according to plan. First off, for Benjamin Azamati, who finished in the ninth position of his race. It was a tough one. Most of those who went through to the final finished below 10 seconds. That's how tough it was. Azamati did not or was not able to do his personal best, and it's partly due to the fact that the time he got his own personal best of 9.90 seconds, he had facilities available to him as a student, which he was using and practicing consistently. Once he graduated, and those facilities were no longer available to him, and probably the investment that should have gone into him and other athletes were not forthcoming. He was representing Ghana, and the support was not as great as when he was a student in the United States. Nonetheless, he was able to compete in his first Olympic Games. His second Olympic Games, he made it to the semi-final, and unfortunately, he fell short there. Maybe a third time lucky and making it to the final. We'll find out in the next Olympic Games, but it was not a great day for him as he could not make the final. Abdul Rashid Saminu also unfortunately could not make the final. He finished 7th in his run, and similar circumstances with Benjamin Azamati. We have to understand that the investment in athletes like this is going to cost us. It has to be something significant because a lot of countries are investing in their athletes. We have just 9 athletes representing us in the Olympic Games, and that should tell you how our preparations or support for other sports beside football is. I just saw an old video of the 1964 Olympic Games opening ceremony and the athletes that were represented there from Ghana. Let's just say 9 is a minuscule of what I saw in that video. It's unfortunate how backwards we are falling despite having so much more to build on, so much more access to other stuff. We have prioritized other things to the detriment of sports. If it's not football, no one takes it seriously. And we are feeling it here in the Olympic Games. We will all feel it. We are all going to feel it, and we're all going to see how negatively it affects us. We now have other competitions to look forward to for our athletes. That's the 200 meters, if we have Joseph Paul Amoa there, and also the 4x100 relay. That's the only competition we have left to take part in. Hopefully we do ourselves proud there. But the final of the men's 100 meter lived up to the billing. I have to say it was an amazing race to watch. And we had a young man who won it for the United States once again since Justin Gatlin won it in 2004. Usain Bolt has been winning it for 3 consecutive Olympic Games, and last time Marcel Jacobs won it. But Noah Lyles, who had trash talked the whole United States NBA last year at the World Athletics Championship, saying that the NBA was not a world championship because it included only teams from the United States. Unless, of course, you want to say that the United States is a world, or is the whole world, represents the whole world. He said that, and it got a lot of people riled up, got them talking and all that. Many of them were on hate watch for Noah Lyles to falter, for them to pick on him and say, hey, my friend, what were you saying the other time? Well, it did not happen. It was a close race. And Noah Lyles had to come from behind to make it into the top. He was trailing, and it looked like Jamaica would once again come in and win it. But it would not be for Thompson, who thought he had done it. They both finished with 9.79 seconds, and it was the American who finished with 1,000th of a second, just whisker away. And it was him that got glory for the United States. He has walked the talk, and now those who are hating on him, who are waiting for him to falter, would have to wait longer, maybe the 200 meters. But from the way he was able to recover and win the 100-meter race, it looks like, in fact, I've confirmed it, he is better at the 200-meter race than he is at the 100-meter, because he seems to up his sprint as the race goes on into the final 100 meters. It's going to be an amazing end to the Olympic Games, which ends in, I think, a week's time. It's going to be interesting to see how it all culminates. But the United States, and they are back on top in the men's 100 meters. Noah Lyles, the one to get them there. He got it. And Jamaica also second in that 100-meter race. But boy, was it some build up to the 100-meter final race. The whole Stade de France was in raptures. It was packed to the rafters, and the cheering and cheering in the stadium was electric, amazing. Noah Lyles had the last laugh as everyone was expecting him to probably falter, and then he could be picked on, but it wasn't to be. Ghana have a chance at the 4x100, as I said, and we also have a chance at 200 meters. But let's not hold our breath. We have not invested much in the sports that needs investing into. We have to invest into athletes who need support, a big support. Football is the only sport that gets so much support. And even with that, when it comes to the women who are doing particularly well and winning trophies, the support is not as much. The authorities and those in charge have to learn. 9 athletes representing a country of over 30 million people. Australia have a population of, I think, 26 million, and they have over 100 athletes at the competition. It is not a matter of the population of the country. It's a matter of where you invest in terms of sports, where you invest and give the utmost of support. And we are not doing that. We can do better. Azamati and Abdul Rashid and the other athletes who took part in the Olympics have done amazingly well with very little support, in my opinion. I'll end here for today about who is going to win the 200-meter race. The 100-meter is settled. So let me know your thoughts on the Olympic Games. If you're enjoying it, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great evening.